Okay, so you know how we read about the article, not only fish in the sea, substances in the ocean? What was the main idea? What did they want for you to learn, or what was the author's points in this?
About the ocean and the substances.
There's several different substances, right? So using the article and then using our tree map that we created earlier this week, when we're talking about all the 6 substances, and you pretty much said, okay, this is what it is, this is how it impacts the ocean. So what I'd like you to do is you're going to draw a picture, because you're a really good artist. You're going to draw a picture depicting all those 6 substances in the ocean. So I want you to label them, and I want you to also just label them correctly to where they would be. So if it's, for example, calcium carbonate, that was one of ours, right? Calcium carbonate, because calcium carbonate forms into limestone rock. It wouldn't be at the top of the ocean, it would be at the
Bottom.
It would be at the bottom. So in your picture, make sure you label it correctly on where it's going to be. So you're not going to put calcium carbonate on the top. It should be at the bottom, because that's where it is. So when you label it and you draw each substances, you're going to think about, where does it belong in the ocean? How do I know that? Because based on what we read and based on my notes, okay? So after you go ahead and draw and label that, you're also going to tell me, you're going to write, how does the central idea discuss the biodiversity? Remember, we talked about biodiversity and how it's many forms of life and the impact of the ecosystem. So remember, ecosystem, we're talking their homes. Yes, perfect. So how do they all live together or exist together, and how do they impact the overall life in the ocean? Yeah. Okay. You feel confident about doing that? Okay.